So now, like, by speaking to people, I'm like, wow, would it be easier for me to start with a residential, live in it for a while, and remortgage it? Never knew that. This is what I'm saying. It's always good to speak to people with experience. It doesn't have to be a mentor. It could be a peer mentor. It could be someone that's just slightly ahead of you that maybe didn't know, or done the wrong thing, or wish they'd done it differently. That's the whole point. I go to these events is to see, okay, wow, all these people are trying to get somewhere now, right? Wherever they are in their journey. But imagine in the start of the journey, they could do something differently or start something different in a different way. How would they do it? There's a myriad of things. A lot of people would invest in courses, invest in, themselves, and that's amazing, right? And but I always say the basic information, like stuff that you know now, is actually still gold. It's enough for you to start. I generally feel that, so my main thing is my financial milestones, bruv. I need to make sure I've got my savings and make sure my debts are down. That is my biggest mountain, right? And once that's done this month, including my CCJ, which helps my credit trajectory, is going all the way up for like June, July, August. I set myself a little breakaway. I'm gonna go away in August, just in light mentally for my achievements. To say, look, this is what I've achieved, and this is how I've achieved it. I'm about to do 17 days in a row and work. Not easy, but it is what it is. Right now, this month is just about making sure I can go into June fresh. You know what I mean? And I've got, like, I'm not gonna say them now, but I've got my little trajectory items that I want to point out for like June and July and August. Um, but yeah, man, like, I'm here, man. I'm still working towards my home ownership goal. I'm still going to events. I'm going to one this week, actually, this Wednesday. And obviously, in terms of the work situation, that is like the biggest thing. I feel like having a night job, right, and I can do stuff in the day. I am a supervisor, so I create my rota. I'm creating my own cash flow, so I can work 6 days, 7 days, 0 hours, so I can take time off and chill if I want. I'm not gonna be like a crazy robot. I'm doing it now because I need to make sure that aggressively the debts are down and I can start saving aggressively and invest in my first vehicle, which will be a new van. So, I need to make sure that my finances is number one. Obsessive, just thinking about how I can get them debts down, get my credit up, and get my savings consistently building over time. So yeah, that's more or less it, man. I'm happy, that I've, gone all the way, and still pushing through, it's hard and tough. Even now, it's still tough, even I'm used to it. Sleeping in the back of that van, 30, 20, whatever it is, square foot, man. That it is what it is. I've sacrificed that comfort for a long time. So for me, it's just it is what it is. You just gotta work with it, innit? So I'm gonna make this my first long form. I'm gonna do a few shorts, taking away little bite sizes of stuff I'm working for this week. I've got a Zoom and accountability partner, so we're gonna try and line it every week to try and keep each other on our toes. And then I've got this event with a guy I met at a networking event. He does his own events. I've just paid for a workshop. That's the end of this month. That's gonna be 2 days. Again, looking at strategies and property.